Hi, hello. If you don't know who I am, I'm Spooky. Welcome. And you're gonna get chaos spooky. Yeah, I wanted to make a video just kind of apologizing for not having a video out or anything really of that nature. I have 3 in the making right now. I was gonna post one tomorrow, or as of filming this tomorrow, which is Friday. I was supposed to post one on Wednesday, and I wanted to post one on Monday, I think, on May 5th. I'm sorry that I didn't post them. I'm having a really hard week. For those who do not know, I was in the military, I was in the Navy, and this Saturday marks 7 years since I lost a friend who was struggling really hard, and unfortunately, he decided it was better if he wasn't a part of it. There's probably going to be a lot of jump cuts, so I apologize. And I kind of wanted to talk about him because I'm hoping that by talking about him, his memory's not lost. I'm gonna call him by his nickname because that's just all I called him. His name was, well, I called him Eddie Pop because he literally was the sweetest and kindest human you could ever want in a person. And he was like 6'4" and just a ray of sunshine. And I used to joke that he was a lollipop because of just how sweet and caring and kind he was. I loved him so much. He is such a sweet human, and it just sucks that he's not here anymore. He came at a really weird time to the ship. We were deployed, and it was a hard deployment for a lot of people. We had just a lot of stuff go wrong to the point of where a lot of us called it the deployment from hell, and there were people who had been in for years who said that it was a harder deployment than normal. He was assigned to my department. I'm a bosun mate, for those of you who know what it is. And people who don't come in with a job end up normally with us. I was the same way. I went in without a job, ended up liking it, so I became a bosun mate. And he always had, dreams of other stuff, which I wanted that for him. I wanted him to have the best opportunity to grow as possible. And he just always was joking and laughing and smiling and just the sweetest, caring person in the world. I knew it was hard for him because when you go into the military, it's not fun, like for the most part it's not fun. You deal with a lot of stuff that you don't want to deal with. You're dealing with just crazy stuff all around, and my ship was a very hard ship to deal with. And for newer sailors, you go cranking. Cranking is where you end up on the mess decks or in some other thing where it's not your department. You normally go for 6 months, do your job, and go back. It's kind of like a payment to the ship in a way. And cranking was really hard for him. He always struggled with it and really hated parts of it. You could see that it really ate away at him. Unfortunately, when he was finally able to go back to his department, something happened and he ended up going back to cranking. And it just affected him more so than I could have ever imagined. He's like a brother to me, and I loved him so much. I still do. I think about him every day. I have a tattoo on my arm for him of all the good memories that I have of him. Like, he just wanted to make everybody laugh. And I struggle every day to see all these things happening. And I can't text him or call and say, like, can you believe X, Y, and Z happened? Or did you see so and so? It got married to this person. And it's such a struggle. And I guess a part of me too is just very sad because I had an attempt in 2016. My mom passed when I was 19, and she passed on my birthday. And in the military, you don't get choices on when you get to take leave to go home, or, if it's mission critical, you definitely can't leave. And I struggled with the fact that I couldn't go home and be with my family on the 1 year anniversary. And I just remember being so frustrated and upset and depressed and not want anything, really. Mine failed, obviously, because I'm here. And I think it's more so of like, why couldn't his have failed? Like, to me, he deserves to be here more so than me, but it's so strange to not be able to call him or text him or, at the time in the military, walk down the street and meet him at the dorm so we can go and get ramen or food together or just go hang out at a coffee shop and laugh about stupid shit and so on. Yeah, it's hard. May 9th is a very, very hard date. It's hard to watch his family on Facebook and see such exciting moments, but they're so tinted with sadness because there's a person missing from that excitement, and all these amazing things are happening, and no one can call or anything really of that nature. And I'm not mad at him for doing it. I mean, I was more so mad in the beginning at all the circumstances around it. Like, it just wasn't fair to lose him the way we lost him. And I was mad at the pileups of issues that he didn't talk to people about. And I was mad that I didn't get to spend more time with him than anything. I was mad at myself for not taking the time to try to spend more time with him either. I mean, when you're 23, 22, it's hard to look outside yourself sometimes when you feel so immature but so grown at the same time. So, yeah, his birthday was really, really hard. It's in the beginning of April, and his death date is excruciatingly hard too. I'm kind of keeping things vague because I just don't feel like airing out a lot of the stuff that went on with my ship and such. But I was hoping by doing this, whether this sees the light of day or not, that speaking his name and talking about him and trying to preserve his memory in some way, shape, or form would help. Help the grieving process, help me. Maybe down the line, someone can watch this and see that no one is alone in this. Everybody struggles with some sort of battle, whether it's mental or physical or everything in between. As much as I hate to say it, I use other things to keep me here because watching his parents and his sibling and everything in between grieve our loss together, it's so sad that we have to be connected in this way. And I dearly love his mom. She's such a sweetheart. It's so hard to not reflect on why we're all connected and what goes on and, so on and so forth. But yeah, you're not alone. And I hope you know that. I just hope in time my grieving gets better or gets less painful. I don't know. My mom's been gone for like 10, 11 years at this point, and I always think it gets better, and sometimes it hits me in waves, and sometimes it's fine. But yeah, he is forever 21. His name was Eddie Pop, for me at least. And he is by far one of the most amazing people. And I wish beyond all a doubt that I could have shown him how amazing he was. Over time, it gets better. And I hope over time I learn to do something for him. I don't know what it will be, but I hope I can figure it out just to kind of preserve his memory a little bit better. He means the world to me. I hope he means the world to others, but I can't even describe how just amazing he was. Everybody has their quirks, and not everybody's gonna like anyone, or everyone, but he meant the world to me. And that's all that I cared about. It's a memory that I have of him where he would scream a nickname down the hallway for me, and everyone would turn and stare at him like crazy, but it always made me laugh and smile because just to take time out of your day to say hi or engage with someone, especially on our ship, was meaningful in that way. I loved being in the military for the most part. There were awful, awful days, and I always have to preface that not everything is good in the military, but there are good points and good people. And that's the main thing, is the people. And it just sucks to lose someone. I've lost a fair share to that. And unfortunately, some get better and some get worse. And yeah, I think I've rambled on way too long, but it's just hard. And you don't know what to do or how to act or think about if it gets better or worse. And for me, it's one of the harder ones. I hope in due time I can figure out a way to grieve and preserve some sort of memory for him and whatnot. And yeah, normally I don't talk about this. I talk about it in therapy, but I just felt like I needed to talk about something, and I need to get it out. Well, I've rambled on long enough, and I think I'm repeating myself, so I do apologize for no videos. I will hopefully have one up by next week. Next week is finals, and unfortunately, due to some hacking, Canva is down. So I don't even know if I'll be able to even graduate. So I will edit when I can if I don't have to catch up on schoolwork and get out those videos. The first one will be about the missing and murdered Indigenous woman. I really wanted to get out on the 5th because that's when a national day for it was, but unfortunately not. So, well, I'm gonna let you go. I hope you have a nice day, night, and everything in between. I love you all the forehead kisses possible. And I'll see you in a little bit. Bye, my friends.